Hello there, members of the viewing audience, and thank you once again for joining me for another episode of Written Wednesday. And today has been a bit of a stressful day, so I decided to treat myself to a little something nice here. Allow me to show off and make a recommendation to everybody. If you ever have the opportunity to buy silver, even silver plate, I highly recommend doing so. Having a nice fancy little dinner set can make even a crummy meal, like junk food, look delicious and feel so much more extravagantly fancy. And it's a nice little feather in your cap for when you're feeling a little bit low. So I have with me tonight a little bit of cheese spread, some crackers, pretzels, some cookies, a little bit of bread and jam, and tea. But of course it wouldn't be a stream unless we brought back our favorite guest, Ushram Imiso. The ultimate bro of the stream has returned. And while I was away, or while you guys were away between the week, I actually managed to get to a new chapter. Kalu Kalay, huzzah, huzzah. Yep, we finished off with the Defender breaking through. Ushram Imiso. He's back, baby. But the Defender had just broke through the dastardly Rolfian air defenses, and we're moving on to try and get these last few chapters done in the dwindling days of December. So, hold on to your hats, and be prepared to watch me eat gross amounts of food while I enjoy a little bit of writing. And we'll see if we can't make a bit of a sport of this. Let's see if we can't get to the end of the book by the end of December. I know these episodes won't go up in chronological order by like the end of December. I usually film about 5 weeks ahead, so there's that. But you should be able to tell there by the date at the bottom of my screen. Now let's... A delightful little bit of Earl Grey. I'm glad you guys are here, by the way. And by that I mean Meg. To help save me from myself, because while I was waiting for the stream to begin, I couldn't stop singing the song As Time Goes On. Thank you. So this is going to be one part eating ASMR, one part writing, one part silver-plated mukbang. I hope everyone had a good day, by the way. Did you have a good day, Meg? Burnt my finger. Silver cups are rather hot. Fig Newtons. I absolutely adore these. I know that feeling all too well. Have you been getting enough sleep? And secondly, have you been drinking enough water? That's right. I am the silver dad of the stream now, officially. Hang on. I need to get my authority ring on here. What's in your silver that you're drinking? I took 3 tea bags of Earl Grey tea, a small dash of, well, I'd say half a cup of 0% milk, and brown sugar for sweetness. Because when it comes to tea, I have a terrible sweet tooth. Water was that. I think that answers my question, Meg. A common symptom of dehydration is headaches. And if you're not drinking enough water and you're not taking good care of yourself, one, you're not going to be on your creative game, and two, your body's going to start to protest and you're going to be miserable, and you deserve to be better than that. You deserve a high quality of living and a high standard of living. You're right. Oh, God, no, don't say that. That makes me sound narcissistic. It makes me sound narcissistic, or like the statement is very sarcastic. I'm worried. I don't want to sound like I'm scolding you or anything like that, but you're a very good person, you're a very good creator, and I want you to take good care of yourself. Just like, oh, my friends, I'd like you to be around for a while. I say as I eat enough calories here to drop a small army. I wonder what you would call that. I have a very specific joint in mind here for this landing gear. It forks at the end. There's the main joint here that holds it, and then like a structural support here that has like a grip that goes around the shaft of the actual landing gear that can grip. And I don't know what you'd call that gripping, sliding shaft bit. The bit from up top here. I know there's a name for it. It's sleeve. Yeah, a gripping sleeve I think would work. Angling and locking. Bring it down from within the bay. Yeah, let me see. How am I going to Oh, and by the way, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always, whenever there's these weird little cracker cookies, I always break these open. Where is everyone? Well, we'll see. I don't know. I feel like this is the Meg, Ushram, and Caleb experience, with Jack barking into the void behind me. Oh, what have you done? There's a sour note in the band. I'm just making sure this isn't like... Okay, yeah, so that's the right one. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't accidentally using sports terminology. Oh, that's fine. I'll focus on writing. But fear not, I will hear you. My fears have been quenched and quelled. Thank you very much. So now you too can enjoy the dulcet sounds of me pouring tea and just disgustingly stuffing my face with crackers and goodies and breads and jams and cheese. Oh my. We're doing the Great Landing sequence now because I want to show that small vehicles in the UCAS, specifically patrol vessels of the size and tonnage of the Defender, are actually capable of touching down. So that'll be a cool thing. And my biggest dream, as it always has been, is to get this Infinity Quest realized as a television show, of which, of course, I would like to play the lead role of Tanner, because I've always wanted to act and entertain, but I digress. And taking into consideration everything I've done so far, I'm pretty sure I'll blow the budget on the first episode. I should have the picture of the Defender in here with me, really. The Gidge! Hello, Gidge! And how are you doing? Doing Gucci. Well, good to see you. We have, of course, making his comeback to the stream, the legendary Ushram Imiso. I know. I'm always saying the importance of having reference material, or whatever helps inspire and create you, or helps you become creative. I heard that going. Sorry for that. That is lostmydoggy.com. What the deuce? I'm going to go listen to the answering machine on this one real quick, but I'm also going to grab the picture of the Defender because I always say how important it is to have your reference material and things to help you visualize so you can create. There's a website out there that will take and let you, that will automatically call people if you lose your dog. Apparently someone lost 2 blue tick hounds or something like that. But, oh, and just for note here in the stream, I do hope they're found and I hope they're returned safely to their home. There's nothing worse than losing your dog. We have a neighbor who lost hers, and to this day she's still very upset about it. And I still do pray on occasion for Susie. But to keep the happy going, much energy, I have here the picture of the Defender to help me visualize the mass and tonnage of the ship in space. Now, I have those legs angled forward. I was worried that was going to be some kind of spam call or something. But I think that's very good to want to try and help find lost dogs. Well, Meg is dyeing her hair, so I believe she is just high as a kite. And I'm gorging myself on enough sweets to kill a small mammoth. So that just leaves you. How are you? Because we all know how Ushram's doing. Ushram is just always fantastic. And yes, I am a legitimate child because I will probably open every single one of these cookies like this. And I think we all have a story from that magical moment in our childhood where we discovered you can take the little icing coin out of the middle of them and combine them with other ones and just make monstrous cookies. What color hair? Oh, and you're doing the Pokemans thing. Yes, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that develops. And that is all I will say on that, unless you mind me delving spoilers. Gidge is working on a Pokemon fan game that I am looking forward to testing on the channel. That will be one of my first Let's Plays behind the soon-to-be uploaded Let's Play of Don't Starve that I will be streaming either Monday or Tuesday depending on how people's schedules work. And I think I'll be uploading it Monday or Tuesday as for all intents and purposes. I don't know. I'm still going to have to think of a schedule for that. A lot of them are public on your DA. Well, why don't you link your DA, which I do believe is thegidge at deviantart.com, and plug yourself a little bit. Not at all. Your art is more than worth plugging, and so is Sarah Price. She did some artwork for an upcoming video series for me, and I think you should really check her out. Let me just scroll up through my chat. I think it's sarprice.com or something like that. I definitely want to plug her because her art is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. SAR Price, that's here. I will just copy the link and put it in the document for everybody to see. It's bam, right there. sarprice013.wixsite.com/art, and she will do amazing work for you. Then there's over here. I did not mean to click that. Right click. Copy link location. V. Okay, that didn't work either. Just deviantart.com/the-gidge. And then Meg is awesome too. When she has a free moment, plug yourselves. By all means, you're all awesome. Let's all share how wonderful we are as creators. You all deserve it. Because you make these weekly streams reality for me, because if it wasn't for anybody coming around to support them, I'd have no reason to do them, and I just sit in my room on my bed over there in a little darkened hobbit hole doing absolutely nothing, staring at the screen all week. Yeah, the staring cat syndrome, as Giz describes it. That's why I'm trying to preach the importance of breaks in these streams. Because as noble as it seems to try and push yourself as hard as you can to meet a deadline of something and force yourself to overachieve and go beyond what you thought you could do, it's also just as noble and as peppy as it can be to want to try that. It's also that damaging. It's also that exhausting. It's also that one more brick attributing to art block, which will inevitably happen. You will burn yourself out. So it is important to know your own limits and take breaks. As Gidge describes it, I will hit this document and try and type so much that I'll burn myself out, and I'll just sit here angrily staring at the screen, unwilling to let it beat me, but unable to type through mental exhaustion, and just get in this constant stalemate where nobody wins. The document doesn't get any farther, and you don't feel any better for having sat there and wasted your entire day not typing anything, or not drawing anything, or whatever medium you're a part of. So breaks are paramount in their importance. And like anything else, they can be abused. It's up to personal responsibility and a good strong knowledge of yourself to know how many and when you should take them and when you should push through. Yeah, so for the sake of this stream, I seem to have moved up from staring cat syndrome to snacking cat syndrome, in which I'm just going hog wild on these pretzels. Because my goodness, do I love pretzels. It's the mixing of the salty pretzels and the sweet Fig Newtons and cookies. Delicious. Ah, Quill Dragon, good to see you. At least it's not catnapping syndrome. I know you mean catnapping, but capnapping sounds hilarious. It's like someone just steals my caps locks. Oh, delightful. You have the wine, and I have an entire tray of snacks and goodies. I have indeed brought enough for the entire class, as you can see thusly. And yes, I'm probably going to flex about that for the rest of the night. because it just amuses me that I have this. In fact, I think I shall pour myself another cup of tea. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Awesome dishware. You know it. When you can, treat yourself, because you are the best investment that you will ever make. And that little added bit of saying that, yes, I do deserve something nice or pretty or dignified like this in my life. Yes, I am worth it. Is a breath in this fresh air in this modern society that we live in which self-deprecating humor and false humility seems to be the currency of the land. Yes, it is good to be humble. No, it is not good or healthy to put yourself down or make yourself the butt of every joke. Because eventually, no matter how light-hearted and well-spirited your intention is, people around you will see you as a joke, and you will see yourself as an equal joke. It is important to take moments to remind yourself that you are not a joke, that you are not the punchline, and that you should not regard yourself in a low level of self-esteem. Yes, being humble is a good thing. Yes, being sensible is a good thing. But like everything, even the taking of breaks rule, everything in moderation, including moderation. Any piece of advice, no matter how good, can be taken too far. However, my fancy clothes are still in the washer. Oh, drat. Well, you know, hopefully the hired hands can sort that out for you. I love following the quote of humility. Knowing and working within your limits is humility, nothing more, nothing less. Oh, yes, that's very good. Ah, now the waiting game. Yes. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. That's too much. Up, up, up. Dyeing it brownish. My general normal colors. I managed to get a job. Hey, way to go! Oh, who does that song? I know it's a 50s one. I know I've heard it before. What is it? Doop 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 doop, get a job. Na 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 ba. Now I need to know what it is now. I've got to find out now. The story has to wait. We need to figure out what this song is or who it's by. Right, get a job. No, it's not The Offspring. The Silhouettes, I believe. Let me hear it. Let me just hear the first little bit of it. I'll get demonetized, I know for a fact, but I'm not making any money on this anyway, so who cares? Let's just enjoy some good music. 1950s. Yep, that's the song. Get a job. Yep, this is exactly the one I'm looking for. Here's the link for the chat. This is the new theme of Meg. The potato monger, the resident lord of starch, has managed to find herself employment to enrich the nation of Spudtopia. And there was much rejoicing as Quill downed another goblet of his potato wine. Oh, I know. I love how in old songs they're not afraid to make the most ridiculous noises with their mouth just for the sake of the song. Oh God, what is it? Dreaming of a White Christmas, because I know there's that one version where the guy's going like, I'm dreaming, in like this really high voice, and it's ridiculous. There's no reason for it to be like that, but it's like that, and I'm thankful that it's like that because it's hilarious. Or I think it's from Bobby Darin, another one, who put the bump and the bump a bump a bump. That whole song, most of the lyrics is just gibberish with your mouth. You picked the wrong stream to go to. Yes, I will make you cringe into a void of death. While slamming tea like I get paid for it. Well, it could be worse, Gitch. I could be singing Daisy Bell. No, please, spare me, says Gitch. Oh, God. Is that a Skyrim quote? I'm pretty sure that is. I know anything at this point with the prevalence of media is probably a quote from something. I feel like you two are just... I feel like you two are just like a shadow and a brass robot. Yeah, pretty much. So has anyone here heard of Mass Effect? Who hasn't? Yes, indeed, Meg. Who hasn't? What plebeian hasn't heard of Mass Effect? It's a wonderful game, except for when it's terrible. Who here has an extensive knowledge of the lore? Yes, that would be me as well. And I feel like the more you know about the deep lore of Mass Effect, the more apparent it becomes that the people writing it did not do very well world building. Because effectively, if you look at it through an objective lens, what they effectively have is a very well polished mob state. And like the first game is by no means without flaws. God, by no means. But it is the best, and it handles its lore the best. It shows what it needs to, it tells what it needs to, and it leaves the rest vague enough to allow your suspension of disbelief to take over. 2 and 3, and all the books and the comics in between, go way too far. There's a scene, spoilers, in Mass Effect 3, where you enter the Geth consciousness, the collective of the Geth, and there's this over-the-top scene where there's this human dude there, or Quarian people, and they're like talking about, oh, we're gonna mess yous up to the Geth, who are just like, oh no, we wanna talk to the council, we wanna have a plea here, we wanna be heard out. It's just like, no, you're robots, we ain't gonna let you get heard, and they just get annihilated, and it's so over the top, it's so Saturday morning cartoon, it's so ham-fistedly done that it completely kills it. And it takes the big moment of, does this unit have a soul, and just make it into this lol, no kind of exchange where it's just ridiculous. And it's a well-polished mob state because it is shown... Like, I feel like the writers of 2 and 3 take the whole council not wanting to believe Shepard as a sign of they're incompetent or just ignorant, and they make some of the dumbest choices physically possible. I think it's a matter of they didn't want to lose the whole aspect of the council being against you, or they didn't know how to write government support based on the fact they wanted you to be in association with a terrorist group, and they look at the Geth, like the Geth remain, or the Reaper remains on the Citadel as, yes, the Reapers. Well, that might just be Geth technology, even though we have cross-section of Geth-level technology in their development in the forms of the ships that attacked here, And we can verifiably see, based on your reports having fought them, that these technologies are not the same, and they do not have the industrial capability to create something like this. Yes, the Reapers. It just seems ridiculous. And then in number 3, when Arya shows up on the Citadel, and the freaking Asari councilwoman is just like, oh my god, right away, Miss Arya! It feels like bad fan fiction. Because you have this one character who's just like, I'm a bad mamma jamma, and I just show up here as big as you please, and everybody drops to kiss the ring. And then you have all the officers of the Citadel on the take, or they're doing dark dealings. They've agreed to maybe turn a blind eye to someone bringing some illegal cargo on board. Cut me in on a piece of the action. It just doesn't jive to what the first game was doing, and it feels like an entirely different team with only a topical familiarity really latched onto something that they didn't know about. Oh, here we go. YouTube vid. Nerd in sweater vest yells about Mass Effect while he's supposed to be writing. Those are my keywords, followed by ASMR, Fig Newtons, Jelly Tea, Mukbang, Fat Guy. But you are absolutely right, Gidge. Let me attempt to zero in my gnat-like focus and get some more writing done. Quill Dragon. I'll be honest, I've not played a single one of the games. As much as I complain about them, Mass Effect exists in a weird nebulous territory for me, in which I absolutely love the franchise. I really love the first game, but the longer I dwell on it, the more I can fundamentally pick apart. Like, for example, they do something really stupid, and I mean really, really stupid, with the Reaper's weapons. That big super death ray beam that they have in the first game that just wrecks everybody. Apparently, what it actually is molten metal. And I think plasma or something. And they eject this molten metal, and it super cools in space super fast and turns effectively into spears that just go through the other shit. Effectively, your ancient all-powerful race is defeating your modern military, who has kinetic shields and all this stuff, by throwing chunks of hard metal at it. You don't want to know what would happen if you put Fat Guy. Yeah, no. Okay, well met, Gidge. Well met. Touche. I will give you that. Oh yeah, same here. Again, the first game does such a beautiful idea of selling you this world that it's a shame that the next 2 games focus almost exclusively on tearing all that down. Even the imagery is different. The Citadel just doesn't have that clean, polished, beautiful look that it does in the first game. Every consecutive game, it gets a little bit more grungy, a little bit more dirty, a little less finely polished. I guess that's one thing I wanted to paragon in Infinity Quest, that humans were just part of this grand galactic or pan-galactic community. They weren't the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they weren't the worst thing that everyone's just like, oh no, humans, dirty, disgusting people. Aren't humans terrible, you guys? They're just a neighbor on the block. They're just one part of a much greater, much more mature world. And they're just existing in it like everybody else. And that's why I've put so much effort into the world building. The politics, the political structures, the laws, the society of the UCASC and the humans in the book. That hopefully one day I will get to explore when we're not dealing with angry space lizards. ASMR, beating my keyboard until it cries. Well, thank you very much for that, Gidge. Here, hang on, let me get the good... There. Have you received your tingles for the night? So, all this build up to a fanfic idea, particularly a Halo Mass Effect crossover. That would be interesting, and I know my friend Jacob and I often pitch ideas of our two universes meeting Mass Effect or Halo or something like that to much great discussion. It is particularly fun. I don't get goosebumps from ASMR. I'm immune. No, you are corpse. Let's be real here. You are dead from the neck up. Time of death 8:16 p.m. December 4th, 2019. Gidge died doing what she loved, hating everything. We've got the Monty Python effect in here. I'm not dead! Ooh. Ooh. I almost spilled that. That was right to the edge. Yes, I know about the insurrection from Halo. I think the insurrectionists were particularly good world building. In fact, hang on here. Let me peruse my bookshelf real quick. Yeah, here we go. This book particularly is very good on the fact. I love the. So is the Essential Collection. To be honest, I know there's a story in here about Cole, who made the Cole Protocol. It's a very good read. Let me get my rosemary. I wish I had an oil incense thing, because all I have is the essential oil, so all I can do is just smell it. But I would love my room to smell of rosemary. I might get some parsley sage. Just green sleeves it up in here. No, it's Scarborough Fair, excuse me. The king will have me drawn and quartered for sure. Yes, Admiral Cole, the ultimate badass strategist. This side of the Chris ascendancy. Oh, the Chiss ascendancy, yes. But it was a good concept, and one that I actually kind of look into, because it does have merit, the idea that the latency of communication and interactivity between increasingly distant colonies would result in peoples developing their own fundamentally unique and distinct cultures that might not want to be a part of the overarching authority or centralized authority of the UNSC or Earth government that they have there. Also, Caleb, what do you think about the insurrection in its many facets? Now, that is an interesting point of thought because, and again, these are all wonderful things to want to try and explore in your own world building if you're doing a writing project. Look into it. But the thing is, the insurrectionists, like most schools of ideology, broke off like a hydra, many heads. And while in merit they do have legitimacy, this is their own sovereign territory. In many ways, it echoes back and harkens back to the foundation of the United States of America. We are way away from you. Our culture is evolving through generations to a point that you don't fundamentally understand it and can't honor it. You're making requests and demands of us that are so removed and isolated from our sphere of influence or our daily living that you cannot possibly take into account our needs. We would like to secede because your authority is not the best for us. We are way out here. On that, they are right. They have every right to claim their own sovereignty and legitimacy. They are the ones tilling the land. They are the ones maintaining the industry. They are the people supplying this planet with the life it needs to be a human colony. And if the UNSC is fundamentally failing in its duties to provide for them as any legitimate government should, they should have the option to secede from that union. In that extent, the UNSC is invariably wrong, and ONI is invariably wrong too. In fact, at the point of the point of that storyline, I do believe that the UNSC and ONI were gathering up an abundance of power that they shouldn't have had. They were consolidating all sorts of offices and powers that they shouldn't have. And the situation, of course, the more oppressive it seemed, the more radical the counter-agents of the insurrectionists would seem, the more that the media in that area starts wrapping this label of the insurrectionists around all these terrorist attacks, the more it sells the image that they are these terrorists and that their MO, their actions is this, and it just sort of breeds more and more extreme sects of the insurrectionists who are just going through and destroying everything because, hey, we're insurrectionists, we're just fine. So one part, the UNSC kind of engineered this own problem, and ONI's response of abducting children to make the Spartans is just completely unconscionable and shows that just how far out of line that government was. Whereas these just radical anarchists and all this nonsensical stuff bred insurrectionists that did not mirror the original sentiment or intention behind the insurrectionist movement. So you have a gang of many heads forced to share a label by the media and governing bodies in that universe. And then this malignant political ideology that is just consolidating and absorbing as much military power as physically possible, which is only making the situation worse. And then add on top of that, discovery of an alien fleet that says, "You are, all of you vermin." You know, it's amazing to want to see. Alright, Gidge. Do you know much about Halo or Mass Effect? I don't want to monopolize the conversation, so if this topic really doesn't include you, I'll save it for later. Gidge is a fan of the Halo games, and she is an incredible sniper, and she is great with Covenant weaponry. I must bow to her acumen in such areas. Server Monkey Bags has entered... Server Moneybags has entered the Conady Arena? Right now it's okay. I played Halo but dropped out around 3. Yeah, everything after 3 kind of sucked. Oi, 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 oi. Dear Ethan, good fellow. PG. 13 at the most. What do you think of necessary evil as a justification for the forced human unity and Oni's actions? I think it's a very flimsy excuse because their ineptitude in handling the situation only kind of further shows that they engineered this problem themselves and handled it very poorly. Their necessary evil was their solution to their own ineptitude. And again, with their consolidating and absorption of these political offices and powers and these wartime authorities that are invested in them, they just use it as an excuse and catch-all to go even farther. If there is one thing I do not like, it is the idea of clandestine government experiments and agencies that are themselves above the law. I disagree, Gitch. I think you do very good futuristic artwork. I like some of the games you would come up with. And with your new software, I wouldn't mind seeing you put together something with some assets. Different parts. I really can't do futuristic art myself. But if I could, I would really like... I really like the Necrons from Warhammer 40k, the Covenant, and the general look of the Citadel from Mass Effect 1. Let's see. That is a whole lot of different artists coming together. You have Sid Mead in there. You have, I think his name was Shai K. Wang or something like that, from Halo. And I don't even know where Warhammer scrounged its stuff from. Though I must ask, Gidge, if you do creature design very well, and you don't do hard surface stuff very well, what if you tried to make like a biotech environment where everything is just alive? I know the level of detail would probably just murder you, but do you think you'd be good at that? Because it takes and makes the landscape effectively a creature. Oh, and the Puma from MechWarriors, because come on, yeah. The Puma was great, and I don't care how many people call it the Adder. I liked the Puma. Your last question about the necessary evil, or... hang on. For example, without the Spartan 2s, there is no Master Chief. Without him and his luck, there is no repeat Halo event, which ultimately saves humanity. Yeah, no. What that was effectively a unique situation which benefited them terrifically, because the UNSC just had the Spartans laying around. You can see the mindset there, and who's to say with proper training or the investment of money they put into the Spartans that they couldn't have better updated their own technology or their own soldiers, or if they would have actually had the will and the mind power and the focus and the desire to quell the insurrectionist problem, that a more unified humanity wouldn't have been able to put up a greater fight. Or because I believe they hint at they knew about Forerunner stuff in advance, they just never really looked into it that far because they were dealing with the insurrectionists. So again, a lot of this plays back to a complete failure of policy by the government officials in the Halo universe. And secondly, I will say I do hate Halo 4 with a fiery passion. The moment I realized I hated it was when you meet the librarian or whatever, the female Forerunner. When she shows up, spoilers, and tells John that he is the result of long game, metaphysical, psychedelic, ancient technology. You'll never understand our ways, man, Forerunner engineering. And that they knew that their subtle actions with humanity would create the Master Chief and lead to him, and that he was their greatest creation in a sense. Sorry, there's a hair stuck to my lip. Because it took everything he had done, all his fighting, all he accomplished, all you as the player accomplished in the last 3 games, and threw it up in your face, gave you a big middle finger, and said, no, those accomplishments belong to the Forerunner, not you. Okay, so here's the fanfic idea in 3 parts. I'm actually looking to revisit my own Halo fanfics when I have the time. The protagonist is Arthur Cole, son of Admiral Cole, and an insurrectionist leader. Bum, bum, bum! That's awesome. I like that. And if I recall correctly, in the Cole Protocol, or one of the essential tales, that... Gidge says, oh yeah, the second the MC became some kind of chosen one, I walked. Same here. And for whatever reason, they decided to change the art direction, and they made the Master Chief, or the original Halo look that they had, effectively 343's McRib. They bring it back whenever they need a little bit of extra ratings, a little bit of extra revenue. Hey guys, the Halo you know and love is back for a limited time offer. Go bathe with a toaster. You know, it's disingenuous to fans who genuinely love something to get people involved with it who fundamentally don't appreciate it or want to change it, and then only bring it back to the way it was as fans appreciated it as much as you can as a publicity stunt to move units. Making something that is true to the source material, to respect your fans, should not be a gimmick you bring out once every marketing season. Alright, yay, I'm back. Welcome back, Meg. I'm complaining about video games. 2. Marlon Melbourne. Merlin is an Oni defector who helps this budding insurrectionist movement with better tech to counter the UNSC. Spartan armor locks, Titan armor suits from Titanfall. Okay. Oh, I recall correctly, there was a tonic of some sort that the insurrectionists would use that would kill them, but it would hype them out so badly on adrenaline that they'd be able to fight on even terms with a Spartan, more or less, for limited periods. Ethan, before I open Skype to look at the image you just sent, is it going to make me cry? Is it going to be something I'm going to have to ask you to remove from the stream? How memey is your humor here? Can I look at this safely without crying? Okay. That just looks like a Sonic version of the "Quieres?" meme. But Quill, that is a very interesting idea, and I look forward to reading it. Oh! Gidge's sprites! The sprites Gidge is doing. Gidge has been doing sprites for her own Pokemon fan game set in magical, mystical, not Russia. That I look forward to demoing on the planet, or on the channel. Here is one of the sprites, and I'm very happy it exists. This is quite a lot of pretzels. I mean, they're good pretzels. I've never had a bad pretzel, but there's quite a lot of pretzels. Yes, indeedy. That is quite the pretzel. Cranberry Sprite is where it's at. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Do we have? Oh, ooh. A pretzel and a small, 2 pretzels and a half. Okay, that is the appropriate level of pretzel I need in my life right now. I'm going to have to work out like a psychopath tomorrow. No one, Ushram. I believe we have a Katie in the audience. Is it cool with Caleb and Gidge if I get Ushram printed and framed for my house? Yes, it is. But you must tag me on Twitter and you must upload that on the wall that you upload it to, because I want to see that. I believe, if I saw this correctly, there is a Katie who desperately wants a bowl of pretzels and is unaware that I literally brought a silver platter in my room to serve myself with. Ethan, you want to flex your rich games. You want to show how wealthy of a man you are. Where is your silver, sir? Good sir, noble sir, I challenge thee. Where art thou, silver? I sold it. You wear a silver crown made of lies and tinfoil. Ethan is scrum. Ethan is less than scrum. He is less than a potato. He is less than onions. Ethan is the official Scrunnion child. Do you have antique ceramic pie server? No, I don't. Are you interested in selling one? Scrunnions will never die. No. Gidge, Caleb, when you have a chance, please look at my last comment. Oh, certainly. Mm-hmm. I am not selling anything. Fair enough. Guys, for reasons beyond my control, Katie has been banned from the stream for a lifetime. I don't know. Things happen. It was an accident. Where's the ban button? Right, 3. After uniting the disparate insurrectionist movement, Arthur captured... Hey, I got an Arthur too. Arthur captures the UNSC Infinity to compel the UEG and UNSC into peace talks. This compels a reunification into a civilian democratic decentralized government to unite humanity with greater autonomy. I think in the current model within the Halo universe, a confederation would be the right way to go. Scrunions sounds like Funyuns that have gone to the dark side of the dumpster. Wait, who got banned? Thus you preserve unity without sacrificing autonomy. Indeed. I actually want to relaunch my Halo fanfictions focusing on the Spartan 3s. The situation of defeating the Covenant and not having the Master Chief around and having a completely exhausted military machine and a government where it's put in the position of, do we really relinquish this wartime authority and just trust that people who haven't been involved in this situation to put everything back to right? Oh yeah, Scrunions are a product of Gidge's imagination and her brain forgetting the word scallions because she knew it was like an onion. So yes, if you ever forget what a scallion is, and your mom, while you are a kid, just grabs the onion you picked up out of the yard, washes it off, salts it, and eats it right in front of you, that's a scrunion. That's a dirty, dirty scrunion. Scrunion Sprite, you are banned. You are banned. I will learn the banhammer and banhammer you until you think about what you've done, and banhammer Katie until she gives me her ceramic pie thingy. In the meantime, I have oatmeal cookies. Don't make me go full-on brave. Freedom! Oh God, don't mention freedom. Dova is in the chat. No one needs to be free. There needs to be no talk of freedom. We're just going to have a happy night and write. One last comment above. Then I am done mentioning my fanfic ideas. Yes, let me scroll up here. Thus the UEG is reformed into the Human System Alliance, and we're ooh! So we don't really have a crossover. We have a permutation of the UNSC into the Mass Effect. Okay, I like that. That's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Call me that again, and I will bring out the hashtag. Quill, it was a slip. I am used to your other username. Put the hashtag down. We're all friends here. Yes. Alright. If you're still well, since this is your idea, you're welcome on the command deck to oversee this. Alright, scroll down here to where I have the rebreather noises. Aha! I don't like those dots, Dova. You need to settle down, broski. You have wine. You should be passive. I have tea. I will share it. I have pumpkin bread with strawberry jam. I don't know what more you want from me, broski. We're all just a happy collection of friendly, amiable kebablings here. In Troop 225, we're all friends of Ushram. I'm out of wine. The bottle isn't... Oh, God. Guys, this is like Gamzee when he runs out of slime. Someone take care of Dova now. No, I have Sprite. What do you have? Ah! No! Dova! Dova, he's fine. There's nothing wrong. Oh. I said Dova. Well, I'm going to jump in the forever pit. On second thought, let's not jump into the forever pit. It is a silly place. Oh, free Hong Kong, yeah. Hashtag free Dova. Yeah, there we go. Oh, free Tibet. Yeah, no, I'm a good supporter of that too. Free Dova. Free Dova. Free my brain. Hang on. I've got one that will unite the army. There we go. Now we shall be united. Free Kakadu. Let there be much rejoicing in Whoville. Why you got a beef with me? Because of the law of commons. Vine is dead. Yes. Oh, that's why he's out of wine. There's no more vines for the vineyard. I think we're uncovering a bigger mystery here, guys. Ethan, for inferior opinions, your message has been stricken from the record. I will not have such blasphemy in the chat. Hashtag free the beef. Oh, I know. That old lady has got to be getting tired of looking. She has been paragoning this struggle and this fight herself since the 80s. Free the beef, guys. Free Taco Tuesdays. Like Halo being the... Quill? Them's fighting words. What little old lady? You know the little old lady, the where's the beef old lady? Someone give her the beef. She has all time. Oh, that's mean, Gidge. Are we having a Wendy's throw? We're having a Wendy's revival. What are you talking about? Please don't leak on me lap. We have the meats. Yes, there you go. That needs to be their new slogan. Okay. We're talking about Taco Bell tacos. We're there for where hamburgers fall short. You know, I really never eat at Arby's, and I don't know why. I don't think I dislike it. In fact, I don't recall ever having any strong opinions about Arby's either way. Like, the strongest opinions I remember having about Arby's come from when I was very, very little, because I would rather eat at Burger King or McDonald's because I wanted the toys they had or to play around in the tubes. I was a teeny tiny ladlet. And I remember my go-to poison of choice when I was very young was not a soda, it was not Coca-Cola or anything like that. It was pink lemonade. I always wanted the pink lemonade. Yes, pizza is the master food. Caleb, I feel bad for you right now. Arby's is the bomb. I'm sure it is. Look at my last comment. Okay, Caleb, you tiny. Yeah, hang on. I have plenty of pictures of me as a little fellow. Gyros are the master food, Caleb. You're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Don't you dare Buzz Lightyear me. Here, hang on. Let me. And secondly, let me go to DeviantArt and get the little picture of the ladlet. Hang on. Alright, let's go to my front page and eat a cookie. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's see. Photo. Let me see. Would train work better? Ah, yes. Yes, for Meg's own satisfaction, to prove that it does indeed exist. Just so we're all an establishment. I was not born a giant hairy Sasquatch. Let me see if I can't actually grab this. Let me. Hang on. 1v1 no scope IRL. I just want to imagine people with scopes on their fists. And there's going to be like 5 pics of you. Yeah, probably. Where it's just like bam, 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 bam. We are approaching the last Fig Newton. Hang on, it's working. Hang on, it's not working. There we go. There, see? Not always was I a man of enormous stature and abundant facial hair. There was a time where I was super into trains and I would drink pink lemonade whenever I had the opportunity. Now I am a Coca-Cola fan through and through who will never pass up that glorious nectar. Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I must have been like 3 or 4 in that picture. And there's the tea. There's actually an enormous steam engine behind me in this this one. This is one of my earlier memories because I remember Memi. She was my mom's grandmother who had suffered from Alzheimer's, was actually with us on this trip. And I remember Gidge was very, very small. And we had all gotten on this train, and it did a little loop around, and I was so excited and so happy to be sitting inside the green interior of the train. Everything was green, green carpet, green seats, and Memi just went straight to sleep in the chairs, and we went around. It was hopping and bobbing from this little course around the track, and we stopped at a station, and if you walk down this little path, there was this building that sold nothing but Thomas the Tank Engine toys, and my little kid brain was like, and I wanted everything in that room. So yeah, that is the story behind that picture, and that is proof positive that not always, much to your, I'm sorry to shatter the illusion there for you, Meg, but yes, I was indeed quite small at one point in time. Waiting for the train. Oh, you stop that. And you doubly stop that nonsense. There we go. He went from a wee lad to Ushram levels of coolness. Yes. All Ushram has to do is show up at the stream and everybody loves it. Everybody scream. Actually, given the whole tea situation, if I could steal everybody's cream, I would gladly, because again, big fan of sweet tea. Not sweet tea, but like sweet tea. I absolutely hate sun tea or sweet tea. Alright, and much like the steam engine from that picture, I'm just unloading water. Excuse me. Oh, yes, I'm not going to be able to Control V that one in there, am I? Oh yeah. I am lacking in wine. Therefore, time for rum. Oh yeah, don't worry either, Katie. I'm not going to be up late tonight either. I'm actually going to try and employ a little bit of strategy here, which I've been talking to Colby about last night. You don't really do yourself any favors, Gidge, staying up late and working into the night and burning the midnight oil to the point that you're exhausted and half loony, because ultimately you're going to be unhappy with your work. But when you wake up and you're straight, you're straight out of bed, you're fresh, you're refreshed, and you're at your peak, you have the entire rest of the day of your maximum mental focus to put into what you're working in. Yes, you should feel attacked. You are a zombie who stays up far too late. Oh, what is all this? I have 9+ messages. You stay up far too late, and you're not doing yourself any favors by working yourself into the ground like that. You should come at your work refreshed when you can. Oh, I have messages from Sush breeding some sort of weird super race of Pokemon. She downloaded a fan game or something. She's been quite busy with that. But my goal, again, is to try and cut through as many chapters. There's only 2 left after this one. But as many chapters as possible within these early opening days of December, because I do want to get the book done by the end of December and spend the rest of the year of 2020 getting everything fixed up, tweaked up, polished up, spit shine, grammatically correct, and all this other stuff, so that it is ready for a Christmas release in 2020. By the way, Dova, I have finally honored your request. I think I did that last week, or the week before everybody was trying to summon Cthulhu in the chat. I sent you the link you requested of the entire story, even though it is the old parts of the story as well. No, thank you. I'm something of a recovering night owl myself. The night is the only time I get quiet to work. Fair enough. Gidge. He's going to become a pirate at some point here. He's loading up on rum, and I think he'll have just spontaneously appear the artillery to wipe out the side of your free Cthulhu. No, we're not doing that again. You keep saying it though. Maoi. Do I? The stream of Quill's identity crisis. Okay, so maybe it is the identity crisis in others recognizing him, but it is still a crisis, and for just pennies on the dollar, you too can support your own loud, large, writing idiot and help him learn people's names. Especially the people he considers close friends. Oh god. Nope, we've crossed him one too many times. He's trying to summon Yogg-Sagoth. Thankfully, we have Ushram Imaso here because he is too cool to allow anything like that to spontaneously be summoned. He is actually an anti-summoner. He hunts creatures like this in his spare time. His man cave has the literal skull of a mancubus hanging over the fireplace. Ushram is just that cool. Better Yogg than a Yogg-Sagoth. Yes, exactly. Bring in the Yoggle. And now, for the part of the night where I entertain my persisting coke addiction. The sleeping city awakens and all sleep. That's foreboding. I could talk about Lovecraft stuff, but I probably should. Yeah, no, because I think I know what Lovecraft stuff you're going to mention, Gedge. Gedge. Oh no, Meg, what have you done? No. Oh, good. No, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Nobody needs a greaser manlet, please. Oh. Like the fully realized sideburns and everything there. Absolute best reaction ever, yeah. No. Oh God, no. I'm deeply wounded right now. I'm feeling seriously attacked. The shadow claims the wandering serpent. The black drake walks to drive back the shadow. Okay, Quill has just become Cthulhu Quill. Excuse me. Belek, perceive my words and name the slumbering world soul. Then the mad utterings will stop. Name the slumbering world soul. You and your drinks. First wine, then rum, now you're asking for spirits. Hold fast to the silver key. I got a lot of silver, but I don't have a silver key. I wonder if that's something you could look up. I wonder if that's something on eBay. I wonder if they have old-style silver keys. Oh, thank you, Meg. Ha! Spirits. Are you the gatekeeper? You are not Rick Moranis, king of liches. No king's reign can last. I don't know, Elvis is doing a pretty good job. And he ain't even around anymore. Oof. Right. Okay, drop the barrier and let's... Giant marshmallow man. Yeah, if I keep eating like that, definitely. I am going to have to work like... The next stream, I'm just going to be sitting here with nothing but protein bars going like, ugh. Say, guys, I'm going to write with one hand from now on. Just the ultimate exercise, the fist pump. I don't even think I should dare... No, I'm not going to try to write like that. I know precisely what would happen. I'd get into typing, and I'd bring the weight down and conk myself in the head. And then it would just be an endless stream until my computer runs out of memory space of me bleeding profusely from the old bean. Okay, drop the barrier and let's get that thing loaded up. As he turned he attention? Oh. Can none perceives the words that I craft? These messages are forged by endless war. To be honest, I'm just waiting for whatever you summoned to show up. I've been tuning them out. Now, I know I added that to the dictionary before. Stop it. Mana Yud Sushi. That sounds pretty cool. Time the hound of Slid shall turn and slay his master when Mana Yud Sushi wakes. You guys are crafting just your own story there in the chat, and I'm starting to get a little jealous here because it seems like you guys are just having a roll of things. Alrighty. Oh, I know. Yeah, okay. No, I know what you're talking about. Of this prattle I weary. Ooh, that's a good line. You guys are great. I'm gonna have to go back and watch these at some point in the future. Belek, speak. Why do I need to? You guys are making quite the story, comparing Lovecraftian notes there in the side as I put together my tale here of alien bibbles and bobbles and weird, unique things. I'm just enjoying my company here of Ushram Imiso and my sweater vest. Show understanding. Reveal my words. I'm just letting you do your thing, bro. And do pardon me, I do forgive for the slip-ups. I am still trying to get used to your new username. It'll happen for a little bit, but eventually I will... Arise Ushram from darkest space. There we go. Just slowly rise up. I might actually use him for a banner or something for the streams. I need to dress up my Picardo page. It's kind of a little plain. No, I just noticed your username. #1 Ushram fan. Gods of Pan... Is that Pangea or no? Of Pagana? Okay, Gods of Pagana by Lord Dunsany Warcraft by Blizzard Inc. Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, The Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis. For now, I speak no more. Pagana. Oh, Pagana. That is. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say pajana, maybe. And that sounds actually pretty comfortable right now. Just get on some nice pajamas. It paled utterly in comparison to the great artifact as it emerged from the cave. Sing thy silent songs. Ooh, that's kind of threatening. The tearless cry. That Pennsylvania accent coming through. Helmets. Excuse me. The tearless cry, the speechless message, the unspoken word received. You guys are just amazingly foreboding. Like, I need to take some I need to take some notes here and get you both to sign like some release forms, because this is going to end up in a book. When the dark, excuse me, when the dark condenses, so too the light will rise. No, I showed one of my other friends the picture you did, Meg. They don't like it either. In fact, it terrifies them. When the dark condenses, so too the light will rise. Ware Nyar Lotep, a master of lies. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, Meg has just... Oh, where, as in beware. Sorry, I know a song. I think that's like Ware Tiger Ninari or something like that for Tiger Mask. And for a second there, I tried to read that as the word. Let me see. What is this? Hang on. I gotta look at that song now. World of Warcraft storyline. I've actually never played World of Warcraft, but I have a friend who's played it a bit. Let me see here. I think it's Ware Tiger Ninari. I'm going to find it. Is it? Or was it Owa Tori Ninori? I think it was Owe. Oh, please. Is it Ome? No. Hang on. I always forget the name of it. And there's a time where I could bring it up flawless. What was it? Ome Watori Ninari. That's what it was. His work would help inspire the respective mythologies brought to you by J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. Both the respective worlds began in song. Lay now and pale in the face of eternity. Death comes for you until anime happens. There we go. Fight off the Cthulhu. Fight off the Cthulhu with pure anime and wrestling. I have given up the idea. I have completely given up the idea of monetizing any of these. Okay, I'm going to stop that before I completely get annihilated. If you can hit Cthulhu, then you are striking something other than the work of Lovecraft. Yeah, I know, the whole thing was the dread and hopelessness of his universe, that you can't hit anything, that it is just that formidable and beyond you. And if you ever made a video game or something about it, and you could damage him, or any of that was a boss, then you're fundamentally not getting the work. I get that, and I know a lot of people get that wrong, but one thing I do like is the RPG game, Call of Cthulhu, and I especially love a YouTuber named, Kikoskia, and his group and band of misfits in their battles against the Eldritch Terrors, because that series is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, and then you're striking something other than the work of Lovecraft, unless, of course, you can slay him ideologically. And then Caleb! Full caps. Yes. Yes. You have my attention, Quill. Oh! I said the other name, didn't I?
Bad llama.
What else can fight against the otherworldly than ideas? What else can fight against the otherworldly than ideas of the supernatural? Sadly, though, I can't explain much more than that. It's fine. You entertained my... Oh, Quill! I said Quill! Yes! Ah! My God, I'm learning. You can teach an old moron new tricks. Ba-bum. Alright, well, I'm going to call the stream here because I have found myself imbued with a sudden and rather dire need to use the restroom. So, until next time, keep a kind... Oh, that is not the tab I wanted to open. Until then, keep a kind state of mind. Take care of yourself and believe in yourself like I believe in you. I'll see you next time. Be good to one another. And thanks for joining me. Bye.